What is going on, YouTube? We are in Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, and today I wanted to go over a parahammer build that I've been using. Now, as you can see, this build utilizes the Golden Rathian set, and it also uses augmentations to pretty much take the build to the next level. So let's get into the build. Alright guys, let's quickly go over the decorations and augmentations of this build. Pause to read if I'm going too fast. Alrighty guys, so since this is a parahammer build, I'm just going to go over the skills that increase our para attack and build up. So first we have para attack, which at level 3 we get 20% build up, and then we also get a +5 added to our para element. Next up we have charge master. Charge master, when we do charged attacks, at level 3, we get a large increase to our status build up. Next up, we have Foray. Now, Foray, when we have a monster paired, we get a +15 to our attack power and a +20% to our affinity. Side note, poison lasts a bit longer than para, so if you prefer a poison hammer, use a poison hammer. Just switch out your para attack for the poison attack and you'll be good. Next up we have status trigger. Status trigger is excellent. So whenever you perfectly dodge a monster's attack, we get abnormal status buildup on hit. So pretty much every time we hit a monster after we get status trigger, it's going to be applying our para. So that is excellent. So those are the skills that pretty much increase our build-up or make our build-up go faster or gives us attack based off of us using that para build-up. So next, let's just go over the basic skills. Defiance, I think, is one of the best skills, utility skills, next to free meal. Pretty much when a monster becomes enraged, we pretty much get all the utility skills. We get earplugs, we get wind resistance, and we get tremor resistance, and then we get a +10 to defense. Next, we have peak performance. This just adds an overall attack when our health is full. Crit boost and weakness exploit work hand in hand. Weakness exploit gives us 50% increased affinity when we hit weak spots, and then crit boost, when we hit those weak spots and get those critical hits, we get a 40% increased damage, which is excellent. Next we have Divine Blessing. This just comes with the Golden Rathian set overall. So since we had to sacrifice defense for augmentations, this is excellent to have. Heartbreaker makes it easier to break or sever parts on monsters. So anytime you're hitting a monster part, you get 30% increased damage. Free meal, it's a given. 45% chance not to consume food or drink items, so your healing items you can have a 45% chance not to use, and especially since we have that low defense, we're probably going to be consuming a lot of potions. Burst, upon hit we get a +5 to attack, and if you're using element you get +5 to that element. But if you hit 5 successful attacks, you get an even bigger stat boost. So when we're using hammer and there's a switch skill that you can use that'll hit 5 times, we get that huge stat boost. Now these next few skills down here, Slugger was added. We got level 1 Slugger on an augmentation, so I just decided to slot another Slugger in there to get that 30% stun power. Recovery up was a part of the Golden Rathian set, so was Evade Window and Counter Strike. Handicraft was a part of our augmentation, so we just get a little bit more added sharpness. Wirebug Whisper is always level 1, is always good to have. That was also an augmentation thing. And then Spirit Bird Call was also an augmentation thing, which we utilize Spirit Bird's Call with the Spirit Bird Rampage gem, which gives us a small chance to get increased effectiveness of our Spirit Birds. So guys, that is the build and the skills that I'm using. These skills that I didn't talk about, they don't really play a hand in them. I mean, if we get knocked back with Counter Strike, we get plus 15 attack, but since we're using status trigger, we try to dodge as much as possible, so it doesn't really come in handy all that often. But that is the build. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments. If you think I can improve this build by swapping out pieces and making this a mixed set, let me know below. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.